Seeing life through the filter of the arts for us is also beyond just the event itself or the program itself. Is how we connect with people, is how we establish relationships and also are able to affect the community.
Please help us welcome our 2023 U of A Family of the Year, the Southern Uribe-Evans Family, presented by the Associated Student Government and New Student and Family Program.
Hi, my name is Amelia Southern Uribe. I am studying advertising, public relations, and a minor in sustainability. And I guess my connection to Fulbright is I'm a student within the Fulbright College.
Okay, my name is Talvin Southern. I'm also a student in Fulbright, getting my BA in music business, and I have a minor in fashion merchandising. I spend a lot of time networking with people around the community. I'm a producer, and I make music.
I am Hailey Uribe, a musician, practicing artist. I am Associate Dean of Academic Units and Leadership Development in Fulbright, and also a professor in the music department. I play the bassoon, and that was my first job when I entered the university, and that what has led me in my path as an artist.
So I'm Lisa Marie Evans. I'm a filmmaker and animator and director of creative development with CASH, which is a local arts organization. I would say my connection with Fulbright are these three.
Every family is special in their own way, but we bring a lot to the table. And knowing with our many different identities and who we represent, I think it was not just important for us, but important for us to be on the field, to be seen, and to be able to show other people that, we can win this award, and to be at the center of a football game, the first football game, and people watch us win this award, talk about our accomplishments, what it means to us, and what it means to our communities. That is definitely an empowering experience and what motivated me to nominate us.
A family like ours is a family of non-traditional identities put together from every perspective. We're a blended family. We have been together for 5 years. We have, developed this relationship between the four of us as we grow to establish ourselves as a family. A place that, for me, from the very beginning, when Lisa and I started our relationship, was important for me to stress how important it was to create a unit in which we could foster love and growth and all the things that we have accomplished. So, being the family of the year means that we bring all we are, all we want to be, but also we are representing identities that are not necessarily centered. The fact that Lisa and I are married, the fact that I am an immigrant, the fact that we are in the arts, the fact that we do all of this, advocacy for the things that we believe in, I think is a beautiful representation for those out there that don't see themselves very often in these spaces, but also it's a window to understand who we are and how we, as untraditional as we may look, we're a family full of love and support for each other. So it's an opportunity for others to see themselves also, even if they don't share identities with us, and to understand that at the core of family, to me and to us, and I hope to everybody, is the love and the ability to foster each other and to support each other what matters.
I grew up with two very musical parents, my mom and my dad. My mom being on the classical side, my dad playing the guitar and playing in a band and that sort of stuff. And I think just growing up with that environment around me, I was always listening to music. It just kind of stuck with me. It's like, oh, that's right there. I can do that too. It made it seem like it wasn't impossible, because I feel like a lot of these people hear artists on the radio and they're like, oh, that'd be awesome if I could do that, but I never really could. But it's really eye-opening when you see your parents doing it and balancing that with the job and all this other stuff. It really opens your eyes.
So I tried to be musical. It was not for me. But I did find on the aspect of music through watching my mom and watching her leadership, the way that music and art can bring people together. That is what I found super transformative. And taking all of this science that can be so hard to understand, from the climate change crisis to fossil fuels or environmental injustice, and seeing these really broad concepts play out in real life, play out in the classroom, learning about them, and seeing that they're really hard to understand. But music, art, and also coming from an advertising public relations background, knowing the power that words hold and combining the two to play that into advocacy to make it more accessible to people.
Yeah, so Leah and I actually met through the arts, through a professional development program for the arts, and so it's had quite a big influence on our family's life and Northwest Arkansas as a region. There's just this beauty and magic that happens with the arts, and as Amelia was saying too, how you can express so many things throughout that. So for me, I've been involved in a lot of advocacy work with LGBTQ populations since I've been, for many years. I'm from Kansas City, I've been doing that there, and I was able to carry that through the places that I've lived, through here as well. And when I first moved here, I was immediately brought into CASH through a program called OzCast, which was a video series with local artists. And so immediately coming in, I was exposed to this artistic community, and in COVID, because it was a support fund for artists. And so from there, I've just watched, especially with CASH too, because we have various programs. So, Talvin came in through a program called Ground Waves, and I've really watched him excel through that program. And then I see the other artists come in and the community that it builds, because I think no matter what level you are as an artist, that this shared community and this networking that happens is really where a lot of growth takes place. It's where we can support one another too in that process. And so I think making that possible for the community here is a big step.
Something that has been very special about our connection is that, well, first, arts is normalized in our family since very early in their lives, and between the two of us, and how do we interact. And together, the things that we do with the community are talked about in the center of our family. Talvin has been involved with Ground Waves. Amelia and Lisa collaborated in the film she actually helped producing. Talvin has done some music for some of other things. So we're always talking about this as a way of life. It's not just something apart. It's not just my job. It's the way we see life. And seeing life through the filter of the arts, for us, is also beyond just the event itself or the program itself. It's how we connect with people. It's how we establish relationships and also are able to affect the community in both ways, right? So this is, to me and to us, has been, you mentioned creative justice, which is something that we talk about often, which is who is involved in this conversation, who is affected by art. It's artists, it's audiences, it's funders, it is community, it is education, it is so many ways to tackle that. And I personally feel really lucky to be where I am in my position that keeps changing within the university, always looking for bigger and wider platforms in which I can use those concepts to actually create stronger ties to community. And that happens with the outside, happens between us. I think that all the things we have done together, have had an effect in how we connect with each other at many more levels than just kids and parents, or wife and wife, or brother and sister. It's just the things is very special, I think. I'm very proud of what we have accomplished together. I'm very grateful for the opportunity again to be, again, a window and a mirror to people that look at us the way we are. We're very open to about our identities. We're very open about who we are, and with the hopes not only to find ourselves and grow together, but also to tell everybody that it is possible to just love and be loved, and without all of these many filters that many times we feel affected by in many spaces.